lifetime of time on the water. A lifetime of watching, learning, doing, of making mistakes.
I didn't ask for none of that, he just blurted it out.
And figuring things out. A lifetime of pressing the issue, asking questions, questioning yourself.
No! No!
Then, somehow, you get in. You make it here to the World Championship. Fishing for the ultimate prize.
Bassmaster Classic champion!
So, 3 days to do it, starting right now. Every day is crucial, with so much on the line. We are ready to roll with day one.
You know, the difference in this event than the last Classic here is just that, you know, I came in as, you know, kind of under the radar, and not so much in this event. You know, I see people at the convenience store, people in the neighborhood that I'm staying at, and honestly, I feel like this is like a second Grand Lake. I mean, you know, there's going to be a lot of high expectations from people for me at this event. There's a lot of high expectations from myself.
Look at the bank behind me, look at the people out here. That's why I came back. I mean, this right here, this feeling, that's why I came back. And I've missed it. So glad to be back and excited to go fishing. You know, this is all of the talk about favorites, all the talk about underdogs, all the talk about this, that. It's over in 5 minutes because at 7 o'clock, it's between 55 guys and the fish. Somebody's gonna win. Hopefully it's us.
You have the Elite Series, and then you have the Classic. I mean, you can win 3 or 4 events in the Elite Series, and yeah, people are going to remember that for a year or 2 or 3. But when you win the Classic, I mean, it's just, I mean, you're etched in stone forever. And Classic's a very hard event to win for a lot of reasons, you know. And I really think the guy who wins the Classic or the, you know, the past winners, you just have to fish off gut. Yeah, it's a big event. It's the biggest event. You know, I've fished a lot of events in my career, all different kinds, and I've won, you know, all different kinds. I've led, I think, every event from every trail. You know, I wanted to do good for myself, but this Classic, it's not, you know, it's not for me. It's for all of those people that, family, you know, it's for them because they're the ones that, you know, after I lost the last time in the fashion that I lost, you know, they're the ones that reached out and you know, it'll happen next time, and it's just a different event. I know for me, you know, the similarities between Hartwell and Grand, you know, is kind of the reservoir lake style fishing. I mean, Hartwell and Grand are so pattern oriented. I mean, you can get on a pattern and run it. And that's one of the things that I love about this event being here is no matter how your practice goes, no matter how your first day, you know, your morning goes, if you get dialed in at something 10, 11 o'clock, I mean, you can just run it. I mean, this pocket's not better than that pocket. That creek's typically not better than this creek, but if you get on something, you can take it and just run it. And I think a lot of guys, you know, Hackney, you know, the list, me, you just, once you get the pieces, you can take off. And I like it in the fact that it's big. Everybody can fish their strengths. I mean, we got dirty water, we got clear water. There's gonna be fish caught shallow, there's gonna be fish caught deep. You can do what you're most comfortable doing, and there's a lot of water to be fished.
Well, I came back right here. This will cry. Live scope. Cast it. Cast it on his nose, dude. They're swimming everywhere. And I like, it's weird, like some of them commit, some of them won't commit. Like, I just want to freaking punch somebody in the mouth right now. Myself. Dude, he was on the bottom in 20, and like when it landed, he started. That's one less bite we got to get shallow. Dude, fighting with the spinning rod is just, to me, is like, I just want to like, pull them on in. Now we can calm down and fish.
I wanted to catch some fish just to kind of get everything rolling, you know, and calm down a little bit. And I was expecting just to catch a limit, and I catch my biggest fish of the day. And I usually not one to show emotion much, but it felt good. And honestly, when I caught that one, I was just like, these guys better watch out, because I haven't even started doing my deal yet. And it just felt good, to get everything rolling and get back in the routine.
People I don't want to watch. This is what I'm looking at. Right there. We're just river hunting in a parking lot. I wanted to, even though this is my, 8th classic, 9th classic, I don't even know what it is anymore, but you still get those morning nerves, and I just wanted a place that I could get me some fish and potentially, I didn't come in here to try to catch a limit. I came in here because I thought I, possibly could get 2 or 3 good ones, but just get some fish. I don't want to go to that shallow stuff too early. They haven't fully committed to the backs yet. Just a new practice day. So we got to catch them. That's a school of, I caught one in practice. It's gizzard shad, and they are like twice as big as your hand. So they can fool you a little. There's just not any fish back here in the back. Big one.
I feel like for me to win, I have to make the dock deal work. The dirty water is just not, there's just too many people spinning around in that stuff, and I gotta be by myself. And I know that fishing docks, I'm not by myself, but I can run around and kind of see and watch and stuff like that. But I know that there is a 20 to 25 pound bag to be caught on the boathouses, and it's timing. And today I just really never got in a groove. It's hard to get in a groove when you go an hour without a bite, and then you catch 2 off the same dock, and then you go an hour and a half without a bite and you catch 3 off of the same dock. It's just hard to get in a groove. And I kept fishing, too much stuff rather than staying on the deal. And at the end of the day, I pulled up to a dock, caught 2, and that's what I'm all in. That's the only way I feel like I can win the event. I'm still a little confused on what they're doing. Where the big ones are. These fish are grouped to size on these docks. So if you get on a dock that's got, you catch a 4-pounder, chances are you're gonna catch a couple more around there, or a 5-pounder, but I just never hit that group today. But like I said, I probably fished 10% of the right kind of stuff that I wanted to fish today. So I want to get in that 80, 90, 100% tomorrow. And like I said, I'm here to win, and that's the only way that I believe that I can win.
Probably knowing these fish at the dam. There's one laying right over there, 2 of them. See them? Underneath those chairs. That's what was going on, but how many docks we fish. And we catch 2 off the same one. That'll help, won't he?
Yeah, that'll help.
Using a 1/2 ounce War Eagle Jigsaw jig with a Yum craw chunk on the back. It's pretty heavy. I want it to fall fast. That way they don't get a good look at it. We're about done. Just never got that great big bite that I expected to get. We got a lot of bites, or not a lot, but a good many bites, just not one of those big ones. Maybe tomorrow we'll catch 5 of them big ones.
How about it, everybody, for Jason Christie? 17 pounds and an ounce. He moves inside the top 10 in 6th place currently. Let's hear it for Team Yamaha's Jason Christie.
This right here is what gets the nerves going. When they call your name and you look up on the side of that hill.
Next-time Bassmaster winner, one of the most feared names in professional bass fishing, from Hartwell, Oklahoma, Jason Christie.
I don't go in with a lot of thinking. I go in, 2 or 3, 4 good things that I'm good at, and I want to find them doing that. And if I can find them, locked in, don't think about anything else. Try to target big ones all the time, because at no point during the event do you ever think, hey, I just need to go catch a limit. So I love this time of year. I mean, this pre-spawn, moving up, that's my favorite time of the year.
After seeing what I saw shallow yesterday, I just need to hang out a little more in here than I've been. Gotcha, buddy. It's a fat one right there, baby.
I'm so thankful that I have that area to start off, and I almost didn't even go there the first day. I have an area where I can roll in and catch some fish, and there's a lot of fish swimming around there. There's more little ones than big ones, but it just calms me down. And then after that, once the sun gets up and the afternoon rolls in, I can run around and try to catch a couple real big ones off of the flipping docks.
Everybody's throwing swim baits. Everybody's throwing. There's a new little bait, we don't even have a name for it yet. Yum bait, 3.5 inches, just a slick body. And what I'm able to do on live scope is keep it right above their nose. No paddle tail or anything, but I've got 2, okay fish. They're swimming around. I just got to get one of them big ones out of here. Really just kind of skirting around, looking. The problem is once you make a cast, once they see your bait in the morning, or you catch one out of a school, it's a lot less likely. It's better chances to move on and find new fish. Oh, don't do that. Got him. We got a lot better start than we did yesterday. You know what I mean? Because we got some good ones, but now we just need two or three big ones. You know, you're having a boxing match, but you're not only boxing, you know, you have all the people watching, and there's variables out there. I mean, in this event, there are so many variables that affect the outcome of the event.
Gosh, dang it!
You know, one of the fish I caught, one of the fish I weighed, the big ones, 32 foot deep. Another one, 6 inches deep. They're all over the place, and you know, that's one of the reasons I came back to this, is you only have to catch 5. I don't think that I'm the best fisherman ever, because I don't catch a lot of fish, but I got a hold of 5 good ones today, and I was saying yesterday I lost one, but I caught her today.
3 chances and I finally got him.
Well, we're in day 2. Fishing was a lot tougher. I mean, a lot tougher. We didn't get but 4 or 5 dock bites, but we got 2 of the right ones. You know, I don't know how it's going to shake out as far as today, but I feel like we're going to have a shot. You know, one of those magic third days, go out and catch a big bag, and we have a shot. Like I said, I have no idea what everybody else caught. We might be in 20th place, but I kind of feel like we're going to have a shot come tomorrow.
Boom shakalaka, giant bass. The bombs keep dropping, and Lee Livesey with 33 pounds, 6 ounces. He is Stone Cold Kyle Welcher, a brand new Academy Daily leader. And man, look at that leaderboard. A 2-way tie at the top between Jason Christie and Stone Cold Kyle Welcher. 36 pounds, 7 ounces. And a 2-way tie for the lead. Once again, another Academy Daily leader.
Jason Christie's been in this situation before, twice going out on the final day of the Bassmaster Classic. It didn't go your way. I know that first time Edwin beat you. That's a 30-pound bag, but I know you've lamented that thought of being here that last time. What can you learn from history?
You know, the last time the conditions changed, and I just had a tougher time fishing. I actually, when I got in the boat this morning, I deleted the waypoints on my Garmin. I looked at Google last night, kind of looked at what I want to fish. I'm just going to play the conditions, go fishing, and I have been in this position twice, and I've lost it. But how many guys have not been in this position? The spinning rods carried me, and what was funny is the first day I almost didn't even start there. I almost just kind of committed shallow because I felt like that would give me the best chance to win. But there's just not that many fish shallow.
Co-leaders, ladies and gentlemen, a 6-time Bassmaster winner from Park Hill, Oklahoma, Jason Christie. And right beside him, a 2-time Classic qualifier.
I'm honestly pretty calm. I mean, like, getting up there in front of those people, you know, is a different deal, but I'm good. You know, even driving there, I still didn't have the, you know, the vibe, but I've kind of forgotten that the vibe starts whenever you pull up and you see all of those people on the bank and everybody yelling and cheering and just everybody going crazy, you know, and that's what gets me going, and that's the reason I'm back. Man, it's just a lucky drain, you know. It's been lucky so far. It's got a little bit of everything. It's got some deep waters. It had a lot of bait in it, and then they kind of, you know, I can fish up there shallow too, where they're chasing. So I think I'm trying to fish where they live, and then also where they eat. I don't have any idea. Come here. Got you. We will start the class like that. Golly, can't even talk.
I do have unfinished business, but I'm not the kind of person that's going to get up there and you know, tell everybody that. You know, deep down in my gut, I mean, there's one reason that I'm here, and it's for that trophy that's in the next room.
Like they lay right against the bottom. I'm just trying to fish before I start looking, because if I look, you know, these bigger ones seem to be right in the center. If I start looking, I start casting at ones I can see, and I think the bigger ones are right out here in the middle. Just grabbed a dark bait. I thought I had a bite on that last cast when I was reeling it in, bit my tail off. The bait seems to be more out here, and there's not as much bait, but there is some. There was hundreds in here yesterday, and I've literally seen maybe 10, and the problem is they're like that when they're all singles, and it's hard to get them to eat, but they're gone. I mean, like everything, 300 yards. We're gonna fish this little ditch right here, back out where I caught that first one, and then just gonna go fishing. I mean, it's the third day of the Classic. You wouldn't expect anything any different, would you? Something's gonna change, at least for me.
You know, the first day is crazy. The second day is crazier than that, and the third day of the Classic is just, I mean, the emotions are so high.
But they're just not grouped up, and there's just not that many fish in here like there has been. And it's weird, something different happened last night, because there's leaves and trash everywhere. It's like they ran a bunch of current last night. I sure would think though, if they're gonna come out of here, they would hold up right here where this ditch is. Boy, you would think a dock this big would have multiple fish on it. Well, my flipping's a lot better today. Right there, I'm gonna go ahead and fish these last two. But like it's the shallowest ones. You know, and it doesn't matter really if it's in a pocket. Like that one yesterday, the bigger one come on the main lake. This has to be shallow. Shallower the better. These ones that don't have a walkway or a float underneath that walkway, kind of lets them, these real shallow ones, they can kind of be anywhere. Take a lot longer to fish. The jig I used yesterday, I had T-boned a bunch of docks with it, and I knocked a big chunk of lead off of it. Just putting one on, brand new one. As long as we don't hit 150 docks, we'll be all right the rest of the day. You know, might be a little more stealthy. There's a 5-pound or 4-pounder. This dock right here is there goes another one. Like it's got it's like the last deep dock, and they hold here, but they get up on them shallow ones back there, I think, and feed and stuff. Sometimes you just catch one and you just get excited. Not that I peed on myself, but it's a fat one. Dude, I mean, like, just gotta stay with it. I mean, just gotta stay with it. As soon as you think that I ain't doing the right deal, you get a bite. And here's the thing, for the people watching. The right fish live under this stuff. I've seen them, caught them. It's just a matter of getting bites and getting them in a boat. I did not know that was, I mean, like, I was swimming it and it just started going the wrong way. I mean, we're like, I'm 2 swings of the rod, you know, two 5 or 6 pounders away from having a chance. And that's, like I said, I can go fish deep and not have that much confidence. Or I can stay locked in and just to know that if I get that 1 bite or 2 bites or 3 bites, they could be the right ones. I wasn't gonna fish this other side, but like I said, sometimes there's more than one. For me to get bit, I have to make them react. And to make them react, they gotta be shallow. Stay on there. Dude, like that, I know. That, we missed. Dude, that helps. I mean, and what makes me feel good is that I pulled in and I'm like, dude, it's the wrong kind of stuff. But that's just what they want, the shallowest thing. It doesn't matter if it's deep, it doesn't matter if it's, I mean, the shallow stuff, they want that, but it doesn't matter if the pocket's deep. I mean, if I fish something new, you just fish it with a fresh mind. I thought he was real big for a second. And you have to have as many chances. I mean, there's some guys that come in here and they fish 1 and they win it, or 2. You know, it's just their turn. But I figure the more chances you get, the better, you know, the odds are, and for you to win or for me to win, and that's why I came back. You know, that's the one thing. You know, you put the family aside. That's the most important thing right now, is to get that trophy. You know, if it doesn't happen at the end of this event, you know, Monday morning, that's going to be the goal for next year, is to get back in the Classic and then try to win it. And if I do that enough, you know, I deep down believe that it'll eventually happen. One of the good things about losing a couple of Classics is it's just going to make it that much better when it does happen. I mean, they will have to carry me off the stage. Well, I think I finished 7 Classics. I have fished 7 Classics, and I've led, what, 4 or 5 days. I've led a lot of days except for the last day, but whenever you lose, I mean, you're the guy on stage, and there's another guy beside you, and that guy wins, and you watch his life change and his dreams come true, and then you're just, you know, you're that guy that lost. You know, it kills you. I mean, it killed me. I mean, there's a lot of times sitting in a deer stand, there's a lot of times in the middle of the night I wake up, it's the first thing I think about. But at the end of the day, it's made me a better angler, and it's made me a better person. Because I do know that it will happen, for sure. When it's going to happen, I don't know. That's out of my hands. But when it does happen, I mean, it's going to be, it's all those second place finishes. You know, it's going to make it that much better. Dude, here's the thing. Like, I fished the way I wanted to fish all week. The deep hole gave me way more than I thought it was going to. It didn't fire today. I didn't lose a fish all week that mattered. I can't do anything else. I mean, these guys are damn good, and that's all I can do. I mean, just go fishing and hopefully you fish clean. That's all I can do.
down to this. Yes, it does. And here he is. Make him welcome from Park Hill, Oklahoma, Jason Christie.
No second. I mean, no seconds. No thirds, no fourths, just first.
36 pounds, 7 ounces coming into today. He needs 17.5 to win this title. 5 fish, all alive. 17 pounds, 9 ounces. And finally, Christie conquers the Classic. Jason Christie finally conquers the Bassmaster Classic.
You know, the first thing that comes to mind is my kids. They're not here. They're watching. I told everybody losing the 2 ways, the 3 ways that I've lost is going to make it that much special whenever I did win. You know, my family shows up, my parents, my future family's here, and I'll tell you this, when I came through that door, I thought I'd lost it again. Today was a rough day, but I am the most stubborn person in the world, and I'm going to do it my way, and that's what's happened. And you guys around the lake, you guys here, we don't make professional bass fishing. We don't make Bassmaster. You guys make Bassmaster.
You've been waiting a long time for this. I'm going to welcome Hank Cherry, our defending champion, out to do the handoff. We started with 55, 25 went out today, and now there is 1. Finally, Christie conquers the Classic! Your 2022 Academy Sport and Outdoor Bassmaster Classic champion, Jason Christie! Team Christie conquers the Classic time after time. The Bassmaster Classic eluded him, but no more. There's a lot of shiny trophies to win in this sport, but there is 1 title for the rest of his life. Jason Christie is a Bassmaster Classic champion.
Marathon Peak Performance.